La! Hi guys, it is TRX Master Instructor Amy McMullen and welcome to your next TRX Live workout. Today is going to be some supersets for your arms and your core, and I will explain more about the format after we warm up. So if you're tracking your workouts today, go ahead and get that started on your trackers. What you're going to need for today's workout is your TRX suspension trainer, a mat for the floor work, water, and probably a towel. And now we're gonna be both toes in and heels in your foot cradles today. So if you have adjustable foot cradles, try to find a happy medium for like one size fits all for your heels and your toes so you don't have to do a bunch of changing throughout the workout. We've got fast transitions today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my foot cradles. I think they're already set up. So go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get my workout started here. My ponytail tightened and my mat out of the way. So let's get rolling. We're gonna start with TRX squat rows to get warmed up, a classic staple. Lean it back, palms down, feet slightly wider than your hips, dropping the tailbone towards your heels, pulling the chest towards your hands. Tailbone to the heels, come up, chest to the hands, and back down. I'm looking for a nice flat back, and then elbows kind of high, but not higher than your shoulders. We're just trying to get all the major muscles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows. I love this move because it gets all of them, and that's why we do it every single warm up, all right? It's very efficient. And rest. We're going to rollouts. So face away from the anchor point with your palms down. You're gonna come up on your toes, straighten your hips all the way, and you're sending your arms overhead until your abs go, ha, and then you're gonna bring it back here. So find your shaky spot. So as soon as you get here, like, ah, there we go, and then right back down. Keep going. I'm just gonna turn my timer up a tiny little bit so I can actually hear it. You've got 13 seconds left here. Remember, we're just warming up, so this doesn't have to be fast, and this doesn't have to be crazy range of motion just yet. All right, there we go. Those are some good beeps. And rest. We're gonna take your T-spine rotation. So I want everybody to use their right hand to hold both of the foot cradles. Turn sideways to the anchor point, free arm on top, right toe to the back. I'm gonna lower myself down and let my left arm twist me up a little bit, and then I'm gonna pull myself back up to where I started. Now my feet are underneath me. I'm not leaning away from the anchor point until I get to the bottom. So little rotation here, pull back up. Deep breath in at the top, don't fall over. Big exhale, big rotation in the middle of your spine, the thoracic spine, and back to the center. Switch sides. Left hand has got the foot cradles. We're sideways to our anchor point. Right arm is gonna go on top. Left toe in the back. Straighten the hips. Deep breath in here. Big exhale out to lower yourself down. Free arm twists around. Oh, I got 2 cracks that time. That was nice. And then you're gonna pull yourself back up to the top. Resituate if you need to. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. Take your time here. Oh, that was nice. Last one, deep breath in. Lower yourself down on that arm. Free arm rotates around. I'm looking at it. Oh, and then pulling myself back up. Okay, so we're gonna have some squat jumps today. So if you are not jumping, you're gonna squat and heel raise. If you are jumping, you're leaving the floor. So drop the tailbone back. Use your arms if you want. Bring yourself up either to your toes or all the way up. We've got 20 seconds here. Doesn't matter which one you're doing, we're just trying to get the body ready for it. If you are jumping, go ahead and jump. It doesn't have to be the biggest jump in the world. We're just trying to leave the floor and rest. All right, we've got some plank jacks and some plank pop-ups that we're gonna do later. So you're gonna be here in a plank position. For your jacks, if you're not jumping, you're tapping your toes side to side. If you are jumping, you're out and in. And then we're gonna be popping up and then coming back to popping up, back to your plank. You can step that as well by stepping your feet in, dropping your hips down, and sitting up into a nice flat back. All right? So hopefully you are a little bit warm. I kept the warm up short because we gotta get going today. So we've got 3 rounds. We're gonna superset 2 exercises. So first round is for your arms, back and forth, bis and tris, bis and tris, bis and tris, with some high intensity intervals at the end. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, boom, boom, boom. Second round is gonna be more for your core, okay? Abs and booty and low back. Third round is gonna be lots of different kinds of planks, all right? 40 to 45 seconds of work, 15-second rest, so it's quick. Let's go ahead and get started for this first round with your bicep curls. All right, so we've got palms up here. You wanna keep, what I always say, elbows on the table. So you're gonna walk in, knuckles to temples, straight hips, and then load yourself up by walking the feet forward, all right? Straighten the arms, and then pull yourself up until your knuckles get to the side of your head. I usually say knuckles to temples when I'm teaching this one. Now when I'm watching my clients, what I want to see, if I'm looking at them from the side like this, like I said, elbows on the table, they don't dip down, and I'm watching to make sure their hips are not dropping back and then diving forward, okay? Or leading the way up. The hips are nice and solid, and it's up to you what you do with your feet, all right? So you can keep your feet totally flat if you're not at a very deep angle. The deeper you get, it might make more sense to be up on your heels, but that's up to you and dependent upon how deep you are in the angle. TRX Tricep Press, we're gonna face away from the anchor point with our palms down and our hands at eye level. You're gonna come up on your toes, same thing, straighten the hips, back up a little bit, and then we're gonna bend the elbows forward, knuckles come to temples again, and we straighten back out. So it's almost the exact same body position, except we're facing the other direction. We were pulling, now we're pushing. So if I come and face you over here, your elbows wanna come forward, all right? You might be tempted to take them out to the side, but if you kind of keep your arms parallel, that will be the best for you. Now, where do your hands go? My hands are coming to the sides of my head, near my temples. If you like to do yours with arms together, you can, but bring the knuckles to the crown of your head, as opposed to taking them way behind your head. That's gonna mess up your shoulder, probably eventually. Second set, we're going back to the bicep curl, but this time we're gonna reverse our grip. So we're going palms down, all right? So if you walk into it again, find your end range, elbows point forward, arms are on the table, knuckles to temples, load yourself up, straighten the arms to lower your body, pull yourself up by taking the knuckles to the temples, all right? Now, with this reverse grip, keep going. It's kind of hard because you got to get into some external rotation. So sometimes when people come into it, again, their elbows cruise out to the side. So what you're going to try to do is keep your elbows pointed in front of you, all right? Same deal, knuckles come to temples, wrists are going to stay straight as you pull yourself up and back. If you don't feel anything yet, and we've got 10 seconds left, that means you need to get further down in your angle, okay? If you can feel yourself starting to lead with your hips, then maybe take like an inch step back, okay? Reverse grip tricep press. Last time we were palms down, this time we're palms up, all right? So back and forth, these bis and tris. Straighten the hips, on the toes, bend the elbows, straighten the elbows, that's it. Knuckles to temples, hands at eye level. Bend the elbows, straighten the elbows, knuckles to temples, hands at eye level. If you feel like you can do more, get a little bit deeper in the angle. I always like to do a little shimmy, shimmy back. If you're not feeling anything by now, you're halfway through, you need more resistance, all right? You should feel your triceps, so the back of your arms. You should feel your abs. You should be breathing. All right, we are almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, third set of biceps curl. Now we did this last week or 2 weeks ago. Palms are gonna face inwards, and you're bringing your hands to your chest, okay? So, knuckles to the center of your chest, walk down to load yourself up, straighten the arms, bend the elbows, knuckles together to your chest, okay? Now, you've got 45 seconds. This is our last set here. Keep rocking. I want you to go as quickly as you can, keeping your shoulders down and just bringing the knuckles together and to the middle of your ribs every time, all right? Again, this is your last set. If you're not feeling anything by this third set, you're going too light for yourself. We've got 15 seconds left. If you want to get a little bit deeper, you can. You can offset those feet if you've got a slippery floor, kind of like I do. Breathe. You can switch feet if you've been offset. We got 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, last set of triceps, your choice. Palms down is the classic way. Palms up is that reverse grip. We've got 45 seconds. You can even do half and half if you want. Get wild, get wild. Here we go. Straight hips, palms down, knuckles to temples. Rock this out. You can also do this as a kneeling tricep press. You might have to lengthen your straps out a little bit more if you're anchored to a door or a wall, but it's a fun variation. Same deal here. You can be flat-footed or on your toes, depending on your angle, all right? It can always change, and also depending upon your ankle mobility. You should definitely be feeling those triceps. I can feel them already. I'm kind of worried about the next round, or the third round. And rest. All right, so we've got 3 sets of 20 seconds for our high intensity option here. We've got squat with a heel raise or squat jumps. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 3 times through. Ready? Here we go. Squat jumps or squat with a heel raise. Take those arms up and overhead each time. If you want to try to jump through the roof, you can go for that. I'm just trying to leave the floor. We got 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, you get 10 seconds to chill. Set number 2 coming up. Take some deep breath. And here we go. Booty's back, up and back. Remember, like I said, you can come up to your heels and just try to make that powerful if you're not jumping for any reason. If you come up, straighten the hips every time. Woo. One last set, third set coming up. Shake out the legs. This is the only time we're really using the quads. Woo. All right. Heel raise or jump. If you want to do a combo, you could do 2 of one, 2 of the other, and then start it back up again. All right, guys, quick 45-second break. Grab a sip, get your mat over to your straps, and take your straps to mid-calf length. All right, handles at the bottom of your kneecaps, foot cradles about mid-calf. I don't even know what's next. What's next? All right, TRX crunches are next. Hands or elbows. Whew. But we have a little bit of extra time. All right, TRX crunch. Straps are mid-calf. Grab those foot cradles, toes up through the bottom, flip it over. Now, this is a 40-second set. You're gonna hit your plank. You're gonna draw your knees in while you lift your hips up a tiny little bit, and then extend the legs back out to the anchor point, all right? I don't care how fast or slow you go. What I care about is a nice flat back from head to hips. And I want you to finish each rep by straightening your legs all the way out. And rest. TRX hip press. You're gonna go heels in this time, facing the anchor point. I like to raise my straps up like 2 inches on these guys so that it doesn't bother my knees. And then I'm gonna do a little shimmy forward. to keep my feet directly under the anchor point. All right, so now here, I want you guys to press your heels down towards the floor to press your hips straight up. Now, if you look at my feet, they'll tilt a little bit, which is fine, but you don't want to straighten your knees out, so you don't want to like shove your feet forward while you do this hip press. Palms up. If you're pressing your hands into the ground, that's fine, but we want to open up the chest and shoulders while we do it. If you want a harder level, arms up, off the ground, and rest. We're going back to toes in, so grab your foot cradles, toes go up underneath, cross one foot over. Now, if you moved forward, bring yourself back out if you want. TRX single leg crunch, all right? So we're facing away from the anchor point. I want you guys to hit your plank, little bit of a lift with the hips as you bring one knee in, and then extend that leg out. Little hip lift and extend it out. Not a huge one, just a little one. We're trying to keep one knee straight and that hip straight. I guess the hip will move a little bit, but knee in towards your chest. Now, if you're starting to feel your forearms, or your wrist come down to your forearms, the same exact move, up and back. If at any time you need a break, hold your plank and rest. Come out of there. We're going to a single leg hamstring curl. So, fingers in the bottom of the foot cradles, lay back. Heels go on top, all right? What we're gonna do is lift the hips, draw one heel in, and then straighten the leg. Draw the other heel in, and straighten the leg. So the single leg hamstring curl, only one leg is working at a time in terms of movement. The other leg is still working to try to press down, so we're keeping even pressure in both foot cradles. And like I said earlier, hands on the ground makes it more stable. Hands off the ground gives you a little stability challenge. All right, can you keep your hips level and straight and not raising up and down while you do this? Rest. Whew. Last time with those toes, we're coming in, flipping over. Now, you've got the option to do a crunch, a single leg crunch, or the TRX mountain climber. All right, let me show you the mountain climber. We're gonna hit our plank, hands under our shoulders. One heel is coming in. Now, as this leg goes out, the other leg comes in. So you're switch, 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 switch. So if you'd like an easier option, scoot back so your feet are past the anchor point if you don't have a door or a wall in the way. Oops, sorry. One, switch, switch, switch. I was doing the single leg crunch. If you want a harder option, come away from the anchor point. So you gotta work a little bit harder to get those legs in. All right, last one, heels in, single leg hamstring curl, both legs into a hip press. It's gonna be a little gnarly. I'm gonna scoot in a little bit. All right, hips up. You're gonna curl your right leg in and hold. Curl your left leg in and hold. Hip press up, come back to where you were, straighten the legs, other leg first. Left leg in, right leg in, hip press, back down, straighten both legs. Right leg, left leg, hip press, lower, straighten the legs. Now you can always take a rest if you need to, but if you can keep going, please do. Left leg in, right, hip press, back to center, legs out. One leg, the other leg, hip press, and back. Whew. I'm not sad that that one's over, I'll be honest. You're gonna stand up. We've got 4 plank jacks into 2 plank pop-ups, okay? My hair is wild, wild. All right, so hit the ground, 4 plank jacks. 1, 2, you can tap if you need to, 3, 4, then pop up to the squat position, back to your plank, pop up to squat, back to plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, pop up, and back. So Keep rocking. I gotta fix this ponytail stitch here. Ready? Go to the ground. 4 plank jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop up to your squat, hands down. Pop up to your squat, back again. So remember, tap the feet if you need that lighter option, and you can step it up and just drop your hips instead of popping up for that jump. All right? We've got 1 set left. Going in 5 seconds. Ready? Squat to get to the ground. Hit your plank. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop up. Is your back flat? Back to center. Pop up. Extra points if you can land your feet when you take your hands off at the same time. Woo. Rest. Okay guys, so quick 45-second break. Grab a drink. Wipe off your face. I'm sweating. Stop the moisturizer before it stings your eyeballs. Long breath out to catch your breath. We're going back to the ground for a little bit of around the world action for your core. Planks, side planks, reverse planks. It's gonna be wild. All right, so get those toes in. All right, whoops, we're gonna start with the TRX side plank on the right side. So I'm gonna face you, heel to toe. I've got a 40-second plank here. So press yourself up. Are your legs straight and even? All right, elbow under your shoulder. If you've got this and you're balanced, take that hand off. On Thursday nights, we've been working on this side plank action. We're just holding it tonight. But if you want to add some leg splits, those are going to be a part of our combo for this the last couple of sets here. Your eyes are looking forward. I catch myself looking down all the time. It's okay if you do too, but try to remind yourself to look forward so you've got a nice plank from head to hips. Rest. Hands down. Now, we're going to the center. You have options. You can hold a plank. You could do a body saw if you would like. So I'll show you each one of them. All right. So, level 1, everybody's gonna do this on their forearms. You're gonna press up to your plank. Level 1 is on your knees. All right, and you can hold this the whole time. There goes the sweat. Level 2, full plank. You can do this the whole time. Level 3, saw back and forth. Keep it small the first few reps. Go bigger the next few reps. So what you're trying to do is your shoulders and elbows are gonna move, but your spine is gonna stay totally still in terms of straight. Your hips are gonna stay level as you cruise back and forth, and your knees are gonna be totally straight, all right? So, finish with that guy. Other side plank. So roll over this way. Top foot is on the front, heel to toe. Oops, I'm traveling. Make sure you're right underneath your anchor point and in line with it, in case you traveled too. Elbow under your shoulder, top hand on the ground. Press up, legs straight. Find the plank position, okay? If your legs are not still, keep that hand on the ground, okay? Arm off. If you wanna try the leg splits, separate the legs, put them back together. Separate the legs, bring the heel to your toe. And when you bring your feet in, if you kind of push your feet together, that's gonna activate your lower body to kind of give you a little bit more stability there. Hips are high, you're looking straight forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand down, hips down. Now, we've got a reverse plank, which I think we might have done a couple weeks ago. Who knows? Heels are gonna go in. All right, sit up, scoot away from your anchor point. Fingers are facing outside, so out to the sides. Press your hips up, roll your shoulders back, look up at the sky, and then come back down. Now you can set your hips down if you want. Roll your shoulders back, press the hips up, look up at the sky, come back to center. Now if you want a little bit harder, don't put your hips down, do a little pull through, and then go right back into it. The biggest thing right here is trying to keep your shoulders over your wrists and opening up the arms. So a little external shoulder rotation, roll them out and back to make way for your body to come up. All right, and rest. Okay, side to side plank. My straps are still high from when I moved them earlier. Toes are in. We're gonna go side plank with 2 leg splits into a body saw, 2 body saws. Then I'll go like this. Everybody come up, find your balance. 2 leg splits, hand can be anywhere. 1, 2. Now try to stay lifted off the floor, roll to your stomach, flex those feet, 2 body saws. 1, 2. If you're not body sawing, just hold the plank. Now, rotate the elbow, rotate the feet, and the hand, find your balance for 2 leg splits. 1, 2, come back to center, parallel forearms, flex the feet, 2 body saws. They can be tiny, that's fine. Elbow rows, then the feet, then the hand. Rest. And we'll start back, last 40 seconds. We're gonna do that same thing again just to give you some more time. So this is a little, I call this the side to side plank, okay? 2 leg splits, 2 body saws, 2 leg splits, come back. All right, elbow under your shoulder, top foot in the front, press up into that side plank. Okay, find the balance, hand on or off, 2 leg splits, 1 and 2. Rotate slowly, forearms first, then feet. Okay, 2 body saws. Ooh, I'm off center. 1, 2. Rotate the forearm, pivot the feet, find the balance, then 2 leg splits on the side. You don't have to rush this. You're still getting 40 seconds of a lot of work here. Down. All right, guys, last set of our high intensity options. We've got burpees and then some burpees with plank jacks. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. The good news is 20 seconds, 3 times, then we're finished. Here we go, regular burpees. Squat, plank, pop up, jump up. Plank, pop up, jump up. We've been going through this plank, this squat position, and the squat jump all class long. So I want you to show me those positions, okay? Rest. Second set, we're gonna do the same burpee. You can do a chest drop if you'd like. When we get to the plank, we're gonna do 1 plank jack before we come up. All right, let's go. Squat, plank, plank jack, pop up, squat jump. Plank, plank jack, pop up, squat jump. Whoo, out and in, and up and back. Rest. 1 more set. As fast as you want to go, as hard as you want to go. Chest drop if you want it, plank jack if you want it. Doesn't matter. Let's go. I'm not talking. I'm gonna move so I don't pass out. All right, guys, grab a drink. Whew. 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 Oh man. Stand in front of your fan or a window, get a little breeze up your shirt, grab a little sip. We're gonna go to our cool down in a moment. You have another 10 seconds, so. TRX chest stretch. Face away from your anchor point. Thumbs up at chest height. Walk forward. Focus on your breath. Short breath in. Long breath out. And rest. Long torso twist. You're gonna turn and face the anchor point. Lean back a little bitty bit. Take your left foot, cross it over your right foot so you're twisting up the bottom half of you, and then dropping your tailbone back. Now, you can just hang here if you'd like. You should feel a nice stretch along the right side of your body, your lats, your obliques, maybe your right hip. If you want to just come up and down, you can. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. And lift back up, and let's switch sides. So facing the anchor point, take your right foot this time, cross it over your left foot. Upper body is kind of facing the anchor point, lower body is just kind of twisted to the corner. Big breath in, big exhale out. Hips up, deep breath in, big exhale out. Oh. Let the head drop if you want to. Otherwise, keep the head right between your arms. Come back up, deep breath in. I'm getting one more in. Oh. All right. TRX offset hip hinge. This is to stretch those hamstrings after those awful hamstring curls into the hip press. Right leg forward. Chest here, rib cage in. You're going to hinge at the hips, reaching the fingertips towards the anchor point. Stop when you feel a stretch in the hamstring of that front leg. Sit yourself down. If you want to, you can come up a little bit, bend that back knee a little, and then that'll allow you to seat down, get your stomach a little bit closer to your leg, and you'll feel that stretch higher in your hamstring. All right. And come all the way up, flat back to get yourself back up, and then switch sides. Left foot forward this time. Try to keep your hips square up to the anchor point, and you can back up if you want a little bit less range of motion here. Scooch forward if you want more. Hinge at the hips, fingertips reach forward. Coming down, the front knee can stay straight. If you want a little deeper stretch, bend the back knee a little bit. Stick the tailbone towards the back wall, fold forward like you're trying to reach your belly towards your front leg. I have to keep my knees bent a little bit because I have creepy hyperextended knees. If I straighten them all the way, they go backwards. And up. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm sweaty. I hope you are sweaty too. If you guys have any questions about this workout, please let me know. Otherwise, have an awesome rest of your night, and I will catch you later. Thanks.